Hello everybody, my name of course is Kashy and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be counting down the 30 things you should never do in Krunker.io. Stop using triggerman. The AK is now outdated. Nobody uses it anymore. The new meta is the SMG. The fire rate for the AK got slowed down, so now the SMG is the fastest, most high damage weapon in the game. Not only that, but you can jump off walls and it is easier to get movement advantages over your enemies with this weapon. You should never use the highest settings in Krunker, especially if you're running off a Chromebook or a not so good PC. Crank those settings down, turn the shadows off, turn the render distance down a little bit so that you can get the most out of your FPS and you have more control in game. Never slide hop in one direction if you're going at a sniper. If someone's holding one angle with a sniper, please do not slide hop straight forward at them. And never ever blindly rush the shotgun user. You are not gonna win that battle. Regardless whether they're a level 1 or level 100, all they have to do is just click the button and you're dead. Never stop moving. This is one of the most important and vital tips that to this day I sometimes still can't even follow. This is the most detrimental to all my nukes and the reason that I always end up throwing nukes and double nukes and the same reason I get really angry. But you never want to stop moving in Krunker. The game gives you this amazing movement, so why not make the most of it and make it so the other players can't hit you. Don't grab KR packages. They are a waste of time. You put yourself in line to get shot and they do not give you barely anything. These crates will give you 1 to 10 KR if you get a 12 kill streak. Instead of grabbing them for yourself, what you want to do is set them up in a spot where you know a lot of players will go, and every time someone tries to capture it, you can get an easy headshot on them. Don't focus, players. I know it's hard if someone's hit you with a throwing knife or a shotgun multiple times. It's easy to get angry and just non-stop follow them around the map and focus them. Whether it's a Verb player or a verified content creator, it is just absolutely disrespectful to follow them around and focus them. You don't always need to insta-respawn. I know Krunker is a fast-paced game, but I would genuinely take the time after you died to evaluate the classes that the enemies are playing and the way they play the game. If the whole lobby is playing sniper, then maybe you should switch to revolver. Don't let your ammo go to waste. As an ex-pro Krunker player said, named JC, who is now a Valorant professional player, you have unlimited ammo in Krunker, so why not use it? This is one of the players that would play comp and rush into site and just 1v4 an entire competitive team and take back the site with just a revolver. He would pre-fire everything, shoot through wall bangs, and hey, he's right, you have unlimited ammo, so just why not keep spraying it? Don't argue with people in game chat. You're never gonna win that argument. They're gonna keep giving it back and you are never gonna get your point across. Don't even bother, just play the game. Don't be AFK. There's nothing that people hate more than when they're on a high kill streak and all the players in the game stop spawning in. If you're not playing the game, then please close Krunker. Don't use the default crosshair. I would highly recommend you go into your crosshair settings and you put your own image in there. The default crosshair is ugly, it covers the whole screen, and it is not accurate. Don't forget to use mods. I would highly recommend Kashy Dank, but you can play around with ones that give you different sounds, different textures, different weapons. Some of them make your screen RGB and do crazy things, so feel free to try them out. You never want to end the game without saying anything. You always want to say GG and be respectful to the players that you've fought against in your game. Don't forget to go for a cross map every now and then. Who knows, you could throw your knife across the map, you could hit an insane clip, and you could make it onto Krunky's M1. Don't use the pistol. Your choices are Alien Blaster or Deagle if you're wanting to get kills. Deagle is really good for getting multiple kills in quick succession, and Alien Blaster is really good for getting one really fast kill. I would make up your own mind on which one you prefer, but me and a lot of other players prefer the Deagle, but I know some people are Alien Blaster users, and that's absolutely fine. Don't beg for KR. Jesus, man. If there's any reason I'd quit Krunker, it's because kids like this. The amount of lobbies I go in and I get asked,
can you send trade? Can you give free KR?
No one wants to send you KR. Go earn your own like everybody else. Don't forget to join or make a clan. Even if you don't plan on participating in clan wars like myself, it is still cool to own your own clan or be part of another. Fighting in Clan Wars is a huge part of the game if you want to take part in it. And even if you don't, it's cool to have a nice clan tag next to your name. Don't use the blaster. The blaster is terrible. It has 12 bullets. It drops off. It is not accurate. You don't want to use the blaster. It's worst class in the game, in my opinion. Don't forget to switch between different weapons to balance your movement. What I mean by this is when you're holding your knife, you actually jump higher than when you're holding your primary weapon. So when you're b-hopping around the map, don't forget to pull out your knife to make it over bigger obstacles or larger gaps. Here's another one for you. You should not have watched this whole video without being subscribed yet. So make sure you quickly go do that right now. Don't be jealous of other people's skins. You may see someone with an RGB or an antimatter or a baller AK and you might be upset that you don't have it. But just remember, if you destroy this player and you beat him when they have all this cool stuff, it makes your win and your victory even more swag. Don't fall off Kashy. I'm putting this one in here, but God, I know you all still will fall off Kashy. Even I fall off Kashy, okay? Do not vote for CTF. Please, please, please vote for FFA. FFA is the way the game is best played, especially when there's 8 players in the lobby. You don't want to let that lobby go to waste on a CTF game. Don't reload your gun when you only have 2 bullets. If you still have 28 bullets in your gun, why are you reloading it? You could get caught in a bad time reloading your weapon, and honestly, you might as well just spray the rest of the clip out and you could probably kill somebody. Don't forget to join giveaways. If you go to the Krunker Hub, you can actually enter giveaways. Some of them are for 1,000 KR, some of them are for 100,000 KR. They run for around 12 hours and are hosted by random people on the hub, and the game will just randomly pick someone to win the KR and send it if you win. So good luck. Don't spin anything other than the heroic spin. I know it's tempting when you first get KR to spin on the 50 or 100 wheel, but I promise you that spinning on heroic is the best way. When you do a heroic spin, you have chances at unboxing contras and unobtainables. Some of the highest contras going for over 50,000 KR and some of the unobtainables going for millions.
Imagination! Could you imagine getting an imagination? I could never imagine it.
Oh, and following on from the spinning thing, don't forget to record when you're spinning. If you get an unobtainable, everyone's going to want to see it, and you'll basically be a mini Krunker celebrity if you do. And you would hate yourself if you didn't record it. Don't forget to do your challenges. A lot of people forget that there's some easy KR in doing simple challenges. That's what I used to do when I first started playing, and it would give me something to do on stream, and it would give us some KR to unbox also. Don't use high field of view, and don't use stretch resolution. So when you use high FOV, or you're using a stretch resolution, you'll find what's called bullet warping, which is essentially where a player's on your screen, and as you go to flick onto them, you misjudge the distance between where they actually are to where you think they are because the warping on your screen. Frosty Wolf made an amazing video on this, so go watch that if you're interested in more. Don't play the game on browser. Browser caps your FPS and generally just has a little bit of input delay that you don't want when you're playing the game. Go to the top of the browser and hit that download button and play on the official client. Don't use rounded arms. They are so cursed. Okay, here is the final thing you should never do in Krunker. Are you ready? You should never, ever beg streamers to check
Check trades.